I šta da vam kažem? Mislim, nismo očekivali ovakav odziv, ali šta je tu je? Čuj, tu je Bosna i Hercegovina, nema govora.
I came 1991, 11 months before the war started. I came with $20 in my pocket and 2 words of English. That was smile and pictures. You know, those are my 2 words. So it took me a while, but I have my nephews and nieces. I mean, they came as like 9 years, 12 years of age at that time, like 20 years ago. You know, they have their own kids now, so you know, it's a lot easier, and I can see those kids. I mean, I wanted them to speak Bosnian in the house, so I said, don't forget Bosnian. This is very important. I mean, importance it's on one hand, and on another hand, you are more rich if you really keep, you know, so many languages together, and you know, so this is how I see this society. But pretty good. I mean, Bosnians are, you know, very nice. I mean, you know, adjusting here, working hard. Bosnians are very hard-working people, and they don't wait for anybody. They just want to work on their own.
But there is one very positive thing about the war. During the war, people, they have never been more connected, willing to help each other, like it was during the war. And a lot of people just get killed trying to help others, you know. It wasn't the case before the war and after the war. And it was just amazing how people wanted to help each other.
I was born in Bosnia. I hesitate to say raised because I was one of those Bosnian refugees that went to Germany first and then came to the United States. I went to SAIC for journalism. So we studied basically arts criticism. We were doing a lot of like critical pieces, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go review the Bosnian Film Festival. I did that 2 years in a row. It was terrible. The way, you know, the program was terrible, the organization was terrible, everything was terrible. So then I'm like, okay, instead of me just bitching about it for like a couple of years, let me go and actually do something about it. So I started getting involved. By year 3, they gave me the festival to run. Yeah, and we have our core regulars that come every year. Every year you see the same people. Our issue is trying to motivate the younger generation to come. The younger generation who was born and raised in the United States and is at high risk of losing touch with their roots. They're so hard to persuade to come.
We held on to all of our religious traditions, and then Bosnians, we have like this thing where we go out for picnics and we get a big lamb and we roast it and we just have fun. That's a tradition. That's like every year. It depends where you go from Bosnia. There's different traditions about how they do it and stuff, but that's just the one thing that we brought over here and kept it here. There's some people that like they're too American. Most of them don't really go to those picnics. They rather go out and like go to Chipotle or something or go to the movies. And they don't even talk Bosnian. They just always English, and you know, for us we always talk like Bosnian English mix, and it's really fun how we do it. But those people are like way too American, and they just talk English. They don't even know the Bosnian language and the culture behind it. So it doesn't hurt me, but it's kind of disappointing to see that, oh, you can't like have your like culture and stuff come with you, and you know, be able to share with everybody.
You know, speaking for myself, I don't think I've let any traditions go. I feel like the older I get, the more I actually, you know, bring the traditions and like live to those traditions. I know my mom, she kind of, when she first came here, she was super religious and like pray 5 times a day, and you know, now it's like how times are changing as like the more modern days are coming. It's, you know, she still like acknowledges her religion and, you know, is proud of it. She's just not as religious as before.
The younger generation saw what religion did to our families, to our home, to, you know, kind of like how it changed to our parents, basically. And we're less religious, or almost downright reject religion because of this, I think. I mean, at least that's how I feel. Whereas our parents, because of what happened, they are more tightly holding on to it, because they're like, oh, you tried to, eliminate Bosnian Muslims from the country, like, we're gonna now build more mosques and be more Muslim than ever to pay you back. And for us, it's like, ugh, don't even mention it. Let's just not even talk about it, kind of deal. Now I have a whole new thing to think about, because I have a kid, I have a baby, and it's like, how am I going to raise her? I'm not going to raise her Muslim, but, my husband's mother is really religious, so I have to explain to her, like, why are we celebrating this, and why is grandma covered, and all of this stuff. So for me, it's difficult.
I've learned at 16, I've learned already so much and stuff from them, just from my dad and stuff, saying how, you gotta be, strong about things, say your word. The Bosnian lifestyle is really, independent. You gotta be strong with yourself to be able to be strong with other people.
My parents say that it's always funny because it's kind of ironic, because I was the only one born here, yet I'm the one who holds on to the Bosnian traditions the most from the three of us. Even though my sisters were born over there, they've kind of adapted to the more modern lifestyle, where it's I still, I do the dance group, and I've always been pretty cultural. I'm part of folklore, the dance group, and it's when we get together, it's amazing, because it just kind of makes it feel like we're all at home.
Even today, after so many years, after maybe 22, 23 years since the Bosnian refugees started coming to this country, still struggling, without, they don't even know what is it, but there is a struggle. Younger generations are already grown up, a lot of them are educated. I'm very proud of them, and I'm very proud of Bosnian community. Community is building itself, but it's going, step by step. It doesn't go over the night.
We are trying to make compromise. Even when I choose name for my children, I was thinking about that names will be acceptable in Bosnia and United States. When I say acceptable, I mean easy to pronounce. And one of them is my daughter is Iris and son is Harris. Our life is just mixed with the United States culture and Bosnian culture. We don't choose, that naturally comes. We're trying to accept everything what we need, it's useful and positive from this society, but we still want to keep some value from Bosnia and Herzegovina, and so and try to find the best we can make from that mixture.
Chicago is home, but the way I look at it is I am from Chicago and I consider myself Bosnian American, and although I did spend most of my life in Chicago, I still never want to forget, my culture and, where I really where my roots are from.
When I go over there, they call me the American. When I'm here, I'm the Bosnian. So it's this interesting hybrid identity that we found here, and I'm becoming more and more comfortable with that, and because there's few of us, but it's okay, all of us can identify with that struggle between tradition and this new life that we have developed here, and the influences that American culture and life has brought upon us.